Hello and welcome, Lynx here, and that is correct. It is time for Once Lonesome, Two's Company. What I believe is going to be the last episode. Will there be a confession? Or will there be no confession? Let's find out. Next week, Monday. Classes throughout the day were boring, but I put in all my concentration in them to get Hibiki out of my mind. I even texted her and said I won't be able to have lunch with her today. Maybe I'm making a big deal out of this than it should be. I shake my head to clear myself up, gotta focus on studying. There was little no exchange of conversation with Hibiki for the rest of the day. I made an excuse that I had runs and studying. The sudden change of not seeing Hibiki daily feels weird, especially when I've been seeing her non-stop. I don't mean to go find her because that'd be against my mission to avoid her, but maybe I'll take a peek at the rooftop tomorrow. Do it today. The day after. I go up to the rooftop to see if Hibiki's there waiting for me today. Lo and behold, she's there, alright. I can see clearly through the little window indoor that she's sitting and staring at the sky like usual. Seeing her waiting for me sparks a kind of joy in me that I never knew existed. She's waiting specifically just for me. A gulp runs down my throat. My plan to leave her be has been foiled, and my attraction for her brings me to open the door instead. Good. The door opens with a loud click and she immediately turns around with a big smile on her face. I quickly turn my gaze to the floor in an attempt to control the roller coaster going in my heart. I sit down in my regular spot next to her and she hands me my bento box for today. Did you eat my portion as well yesterday, since I wasn't able to make it?
Yes, but I used it as my dinner instead. What were you doing yesterday?
I was just consulting my teacher with some things, nothing big. We eat our lunches in silence again while the fresh winter air accompanies us. It's getting a lot chillier lately as we near the end of November. I don't want either of us to catch a cold eating on the rooftop like this in the coming weeks. I think I have to stop eating lunches up here soon. It's getting way too cold.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. We can eat inside somewhere, but it won't be as quiet as it is up here.
I mean, yeah. She stares out in the distance like she's absorbing the scenery one last time. I don't think there'll be any quiet places in the school. Guess we gotta put our rendezvous to pause. Hibiki's face transforms into a sullen expression after hearing the news. It's about time I start focusing on my studies. It's a crucial time for me right now. What with the entrance exams and stuff. I probably might not visit your house that often, especially because it's not really on the way. I can see that Hibiki's disappointed with the lack of hanging out together, and of course I'm just as blue.
I understand.
Her answer was expected, but somewhere deep down I wanted her to object.
It's okay. I can bother you through text, right?
Sure. Instinctively I ruffled her hair and glad to see she's still as cheeky as ever.
But will you be okay without lunch?
Of course I'll be okay. I'll think of something. Who do you take me for? I'd be lying if I said I won't miss her lunches, but it's fine. I won't be a hinder cause she won't have to do the extra work. We eat through the rest of the lunch period and bid our temporary goodbyes. It won't be until maybe March when we'll be able to have our rooftop lunches again. I hope by then I'll have gotten over her. You will not. You will so not. If it's a true feeling, you will not. And it's definitely a true feeling. 3 weeks later. After that last time on the rooftop with Hibiki, I'm never able to see her that often. She's always on the first floor and I'm always on the third. It's highly unlikely that we even bump into each other. I really only stay in my classroom now, and from what I know through her text messages, she does the same. My studies are going great and I'm feeling at the top of my game. Entrance exams are coming around in mid-January, so I only have to stay on my tiptoes for another 3 weeks. Once they're over, I can relax a bit. Winter break is also starting tomorrow, so I can take the time to study even more. For studying is on my mind a lot nowadays, I can't help but missing Hibiki. I feel so numb as I continue to hoard those feelings in my chest. I suddenly cursed myself for... it was supposed to be silent, okay. I suddenly cursed myself for even realizing what these feelings were in the first place. I mentally punched myself again for even bringing it up once more. Right when I thought I was forgetting about those feelings. Whether I'm going home and I'm gonna snap. Screw studying for today. I make my way to my shoe locker until I bump into Hibiki standing in front of hers. She doesn't seem to notice me passing by as she's busy reading a letter in her hands. A letter? Who could have possibly sent her a letter? I woke up to her without even noticing it myself and shadow over her. She sees my dark projection and spins around to see who it was.
Senpai!
Our faces meet only inches away, causing her to jump back in response. A clank rings out when her body hits the lockers behind her.
Ow! Senpai, what are you doing here?
What's that?
Eh?
She looks at the paper in her hands and gets flustered.
I think it's a love letter.
Oh, a what? A love letter is the last thing I'd expect her to receive. Who would dare ask a Yakuza's daughter out?
A love letter, I found it in my shluker just now.
I resist the urge to grab it out of her hands and read it myself to double check, but instead I just ball my hands to a fist. Who is it from?
A guy named Inuyama Arashi. He's in my class.
Dude, what a lame bastard. Imagine. I'm gonna point it out. Love letters are a bit lame. Dude, walk to her and say the thing. Don't... fuck's sake. I didn't really want to know who it's from, not like I care. Or do I? Know what, let's go, I'm gonna go visit your house, change your shoes while I get mine. In a hurry, I rush to my locker and hurriedly change. I return back to her locker, seeing her ready to go, still with the letter in her hand. I grab a hold of her arm and tow her with me out of the door. Hehehe, jealous? Jealous much, for I feel like she wouldn't answer that anyway. With the station, Hibiki finally speaks up about me acting weirdly.
Kotone senpai, you're oddly mad at the mere love letter that you received.
Ha! Did I really sound that mad? I was just surprised you got one, and I don't want you to... My brain tries to dig up an answer for her. I just didn't want you to make any rash decision just because you got a love letter. You gotta think things through before accepting their offer or so, whatever.
And you would know the better decision as to how I should respond to it.
Yeah? We both know that was a lie and a half.
Whatever you say then, senpai, I'm all ears.
Wait. You're really letting me decide?
No, I'm only going to listen to suggestions. I'm making the choice in the end. Like I said, it's my love letter.
Right. Oh boy. The heat of the house warms my body the instant I walk in and sit down on the couch. He turns the light on and goes into the kitchen to make us each a cup of cold cocoa. Yes. She leaves the letter on the coffee table in front of me. While she's busy making our drinks, I take a quick peek at the letter. After a quick skim, it looks like this guy really sounds serious about what you get with Hibiki. I'm gonna kick his ass. He mentions that he's not Hibiki for the past few weeks and has truly seen how cute Hibiki is. So that's it, wow. He even says he's willing to look past the rumors and try to approaching her for a chance. Yeah, that's... again, pathetic. If you really were willing to do that, you would do that already. Included is also a date and time to meet up. I've got to admit, it's impressive how gutsy he is, that bastard. I'm a big coward, aren't I, for running away from these feelings. When I could literally just tell her right here and now. Do it! Let's do it! I placed the piece of paper envelope back where it was and turned the TV on for some background noise. Nothing on TV interests me, so I just continue flipping through the channels until I land on a program talking about cats. Hibiki returns with 2 mugs of cocoa and sets them down next to the letter.
Be careful, it's hot.
I can see... She picks up the letter and rereads it with a worried looking face. What's with the face? Shouldn't you be happy that you got a love letter? It's like the pinnacle of school life, ain't it? My question is left unanswered as her eyes go back to the words on the letter. Who is he anyway? Not that I care anything, that's nice to know he isn't some creep. He's probably a creep. If he leaves a love letter, he's a creep.
Inuyama Arashi. From what I've seen, he's a very popular guy that everyone likes. All the girls swoon over him because he's really good looking.
A good looking and popular guy. Who wouldn't want that chance to accept the confession? He's the dream of every girl in the school.
Is he for? So, should I go on New Year's Eve to meet him?
My answer doesn't come immediately. My mouth wants to say no, but I know that's a selfish answer. This decision is for the happiness and experience of Hibiki. I don't want to ruin a chance for her to have a proper and possibly very fruitful high school romance. It's not worth risking her happiness just because of some sliver of hope that she likes me back as a friend. I want her to be happy. Because that's all I am right now. A friend. I take a deep breath and finally reply. Or maybe I don't. I think you should go.
What?
What do you mean, what? You've got nothing to lose. Worst case scenario, you don't like him and call it off, but he seems like a nice guy and popular too. You'd gain so many bragging rights. He doesn't seem like a nice guy. Again, he's willing to look past the rumors. Bullshit. I let out a snicker for that shallow reason, but my answer is final whether she decides to take those bragging rights or not. But I'm serious. I think, maybe, perhaps, I can't take my answer back.
Yes, you can.
I think it's better decision to write out. Oh boy. Oh boy. That was a wrong answer. She didn't want to hear that. Her mouth moves, but her voice is too faint to hear over the volume of the TV. What?
So tell me to go be with him, is that right?
Yeah, did I stutter? Thinking back, I think I did.
I see.
Looking at her face right now, I can't tell if she's worried, sad, or pissed. She looks away and folds the letter back into its envelope.
If that's what you want.
Up she gets from the couch and goes upstairs. Probably to her room to put the letter away. Wait, it's not what I practically want. You're free to do whatever you think is right. I don't know if she's heard me or not, but why is she so busy right now?
Because that's not the answer she wanted.
I slouch down the couch and sip on my cocoa, nearly burning my tongue. The channel is now broadcasting something about rescue dogs, but I drown out whatever they're talking about and space out. If Hibiki decides to go out with whatever his name is, that means no more chances for me to even confess. Yeah? You shake my head to snap out of it. Come on, girl! I decided to stop liking her. There's no reason why I should still be worrying about the trivial matter. Don't stop! In fact, this is a good step. Let her be taken and block my hopes. The feelings will go away faster than that way. You anger me! I down the last drop of cocoa despite it sleeping somewhat hot. No more thinking about these forbidden feelings. I slink down into the couch and sigh. It's over. The voice of the host tunes into my ears again, and right as I begin to pay attention to the show, I realize Hibiki still hasn't come back downstairs yet. Is she okay? I venture up the stairs to her room door, which is closed. No sound indicates that she's changing. I knock on the door. My mouth woman starts asking if she's doing alright, but she beats me to it.
I'm not feeling so well. I think you should go home.
Maybe that explains her weird mood before. No, not well. Are you okay? Do you need any help?
Just leave.
The sharp words behind the door sounded unexpectedly cold. Silence follows her words and she doesn't say anything else. Okay, I'll head home first then. Without further ado, I leave her house and slowly walk back to my own. Hibiki's sudden mood swing gets me wondering what happened with her.
Come on, use those brain cells.
Was it something I said? What could I possibly have said that was wrong? I kick a nearby can in anger. Hibiki is usually very easy to read, but today she felt like a map drawn by a 3-year-old. Perhaps I shouldn't have even went up to her in the first place. Why did I even do that? The letter flashed to my mind once again, and I grit my teeth as I realized just how strong the power of jealousy is. To let my frustration out, I ran the rest of the way home. Fuck. New Year's Eve. Ladies and gents, we are arriving at a crucial sort of moment. My eyes open and all I see is black. I panicked for a second, only to realize I fell asleep on with my arm on my eyes. That's a cozy looking PJs and so on. The light in my room glows a dim light and my eyes squint to adjust to the brightness. A chilly breeze enters in through my window, sending chills to my spine. I shiver and walk up to close the window that was left open this afternoon. The sky's color has changed from a cloudy grey to an inky black in the span of only 2 hours. People chattering can be heard as they leave their house for the nearest shrine in preparation for New Year's. Right, today's New Year's Eve. I hug myself tighter as I remember what day it is. The day Hibiki meets up with that guy. Whatever, not my problem anymore. Yes, it is. Without caring anymore, I close my blinds and turn off the lights. This time, I plan to sleep without any disruptions. Today's studying was slow, but I will save studying again for tomorrow. I just want to sleep right now. I bury myself with my blanket and wallow in the warmth of the previous nap. 10 o'clock is still early according to my sleeping schedule, but sleeping early once in a while won't hurt. I close my eyes and let the outside noises become a lullaby, drifting me into a mindless state. Suddenly my phone rings from a received message, catching me by surprise. No one texts me other than Hibiki. Immediately I get up and open her message. No. Please. I'm not dying for you ever. Why not? Hey, can you come meet me? I'm at the playground. With no hesitation, I bolt out of my bed and grab the closest clothing, which is my school uniform hanging on a hook. There is no time to pick out an outfit. Not when there is a chance that bastard might have done something to Wiki. There'd be no reason to call me out. She should be with him right now. I'm gonna kick his ass so badly. Out the door I dash, telling my parents not to worry about me going out so late. Wait, they are at home. That's new. Thought technically previously they were as well, sort of. The lack of a scarf causes the colds to strangle my neck, and I regret not bringing one with me in a rush. I try to remember my way to the playground we once were. My memory serves me right as I soon approach well-lit area, hopefully indicating a park. The tall concrete walls that surround the park look familiar, and I run some more to find the entrance to the little playground. The walls soon turn into low fences, and I spot Hibiki sitting at the bottom of the other slide with her knees up, staring at the scary night sky. My breaths cloud my vision as I try to catch my breath after running that marathon. Despite my heavy breathing, Hibiki doesn't seem to notice me. Once my heart rate calms down, I jog towards her while calling her out. Hibiki! Hibiki! Hibiki turns around right away once she hears my voice, but she remains seated. Senpai! What are you doing out here alone? Weren't you supposed to be with what's his face? That was loud. Who's bugging me here for? No, it's not someone calling me to the park. I turned him down. Hey, don't tell me Wait, what? I'm afraid I might have heard that incorrectly. I met up with him today to turn him down. But why? Why? Her eyes, that twinkle in moonlight, look up at me like I should have known the answer. She stands up from her crouched position and stands face to face with me. Because I already have someone I like. Another surprise after the other. What other news does she have for me tonight? Pellets of white snow then begin dropping from the sky, landing on both our hair and shoulders. You have someone you like? Who could she possibly like? Someone from her class, in her grade, from somewhere else even. Yet it's something I never knew about, nor has she told me about it. I thought we're close enough friends for her to tell me something like that. Then again, she doesn't have to tell me everything in her life. It's just that she would tell me everything during our lunch meetups. Liking someone would definitely be something that she'd come screaming to me about. I let out a nervous laugh. Damn. And what was all the fools before? If you already have someone you like, you knew you would be rejecting him. So, who's the lucky guy? I got some kill. Tell me about it. Phoebe looks down at the floor and balls her fists in fury. Perhaps she doesn't want to talk about it. No, she's like, it's you, damn it! You're numb! Her face looks to me and the twinkle in her eye has turned to a pit of fire.
Senpai, you really are the biggest blockhead alive!
Her huge voice echoes throughout the quiet neighborhood, startling me. My eyes widen in shock after her big sudden outburst. What are you getting mad at me for?
Because the one I like is you!
He blinks his face, turns, then shades redder than before, and that's mine. I'm in a frozen state, both from the statement and from the frosty December air. I have no response for her, she's left me speechless.
I thought I was being obvious, but your dance brickhead wouldn't get it. You like me too, don't you? I see the way you look at me. Is it really not the same as my own gaze? Yet you let me leave you, and even advised me to go with the Arashi-kun.
She saw through me in this entire time, like an open book.
When you started to avoid me for some reason, I thought I was coming on to you too strong or something, but just happens to be that you never understood. But if it is the case that I was all wrong all along, then forget about it, forget it. It's okay if you hate me after this, you're going to graduate soon, so you can easily forget me in no time. But let me just tell you that I like you as more than just a friend, much more.
Millions of thoughts swim in my head, but I snap back to reality when she mentions me hating her. I look down her tear-ridden face and think she herself has no idea about what my state of mind has been going through lately. As if someone possessed me at that moment in a way to comfort her and assure her I won't hate her, that I don't see her any differently than how she sees me. I cup her face and bring my lips to hers. Let's go. No holding back here, good! I'm so proud of her in the end. Her toasty flash cheeks warms my palms while her lips warm mine. The sensation of the kiss throws my heart into back lips. I've never heard what a kiss to the lips feels like, but this feels just right. I forget about the cold and the snow for this pause time and pull her in closer. She shows no resistance and falls into the kiss deeper. But before I start fainting from the fleeting moment, I break the connection and tell her how I truly feel.
I do like you. I love you. More than friends. For a while now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for avoiding you. I never knew that you felt that way about me. I would have never thought...
I can see my eyes blurring out from the tears forming. It feels too good to be true. It's like I'm dreaming and will wake up any second now. And I'll be in my room staring at my ceiling. My eyes meet her now softened teal orbs. Her calming gaze allows me to dig up my buried feelings and open my heart up. When I finally came to terms that I actually liked you... When I finally came to the terms that I actually liked you, I stayed away from you as much as possible to get rid of those dumb feelings. There'd be no way you'd like me back. What were the chances? So I threw them away. Or, well, I tried to. It didn't go too well, especially when you got that letter. I kinda got jealous, I guess. In my mind, you would have been much more better off with him, hence why I told you to go. It would have been too selfish of me to stop you from having a really happy relationship. It was also another excuse to help my coward self to get over you. But it wouldn't even be happy for me because I don't even like him like that. I didn't know that. Yeah, because your ass dances a black hole. Yeah, I gulp at her, stab at me. Did Jenny show signs of liking me? She pulls out a handkerchief from her coat and wipes my eyes.
Everything's fine now. Stop crying. Crying doesn't really suit you.
I sniffle and rub my sleeves on her set of eyes. Look who's talking. Hibiki chuckles and glumps me in pure happiness.
I love you, senpai!
Here we go. She presses her lips against mine, but this time it's a more playful kiss than an angsty one. My body nearly tips over, but I steady her toppling wave by wrapping my arms around her waist. I've never felt like this blissful before in my life, and I want it to last forever. The road ahead might be a bumpy one, for this is most likely the first relationship for either of us, but I'm willing. I'm willing to spend those waking moments solving the bumps with Hibiki. There might be many storms ahead, but I'm not afraid. I won't be afraid. Maybe a little bit. Unfortunately, the brief exchange of the kiss breaks when my legs give out and I land on one knee. Ooh.
Senpai!
I clutch into Hibiki's arms, I try to get up, but the strength in my legs waver and soon disappear from the freezing temperature. Oh my god! That's right! Well, the other one is also not really covered entirely there, so... Huh. Snow has now piled a very thin layer atop the ground.
Senpai, I know our feelings are mutual, but that doesn't mean you can propose to me right this instance. But if that's what you want...
I laugh at her with wild imagination, but I unfortunately have to burst her wedding thoughts quickly. So sorry, that won't be happening just yet. My teeth begin to chatter from my shivering. I'm just really cold. I really regret not bringing at least another sweater. Hibiki's eyes widen in both embarrassment and shock. She starts to panic and strips her scarf and coat. In a flurry, she covers me with her coat and wraps her pre-warmed scarf around my neck. Her hands cup mine and she breathes onto them for temporary relief. Then she offers her arm for me to use as support for standing up.
You dummy! Why didn't you bring a jacket?
I was in a hurry to come see you.
Stop talking, let's get you home.
I don't want to go home yet. I wanted to spend more time with you to make up for all those times I was away from you. Now that I can.
Oh, don't get sappy on me, you're going to get hypothermia.
For you, anything. I managed a small smirk when her face turns beet red again.
I'm going to just leave you here.
Take me to your house. I like it there more. Hibiki gives me a disapproving look for being a stubborn child refusing to go home.
Fine, at this rate you just need to get out of the cold.
She bundles the coat tighter. I mean, to be fair, it's New Year's Eve, right? Wouldn't some kind of place be still open for? Especially since it's Japan. I would expect places to be open. But let's not get this topic into the situation right now, I guess. She bundles the coat tighter on me and puts my arm around her shoulder for better support. Together, slowly but surely, we walk to the station en route to her house.
Let's go.
I lie underneath the soft blanket on her bed with a cup of hot water on the bedside table. Hibiki sits on the floor with her arms and head propped up next to me. Now that I'm out of the intense cold, my brain has returned to its normal, sane state. That might sound like a good thing, but now thinking back to all those numerous things I said to Hibiki, I also now realize how awkward it is now that we both know we like each other. How am I supposed to even act? My head begins to burn again with the fact that I'm in her bed, her scent encompassing free from all the directions. Her teal eyes stare at me with glimmer and fascination, probably because she's also replaying my confession in her head.
Stop staring at me like that. Why?
It's embarrassing.
But you're really cute when you get flustered.
What? I jump up from my bedridden position after hearing such an absurd thing.
See? Just like that.
My eyes squint at her with an unamused glare and I go back to lying down, this time covering my head with the blanket and facing the opposite side.
Wait, senpai!
The bed sings a bit when he climbs onto bed to turn me round, in an attempt to get back in my good books. Shakes me in a light-hearted manner and begs me to stop ignoring her. But I'm not giving in that easily.
I'll cook you tasty meals for the rest of your life now about that, Kotone senpai!
I turn around when her guard is done and gulp her into the blanket with me, burying her face in my chest so she doesn't see my absolutely flushed face. Nice! Lucky Hibiki.
Just shut up and stay like this.
Hibiki goes silent and obeys, relaxing her body next to mine. I can still feel the tenseness in her body, probably due to the bashfulness of being this close to me in bed. I don't blame her. I'm also feeling quite nervous having pulled that move. My eyes shut to try to fall asleep in this new position, a position I've never been in. Just how many firsts has Hibiki stolen from me? I doubt you complain about that, for right? I try counting in my head like I'm counting sheep, realizing Hibiki made me do so many new things. Which is great. Things will be different now, from now on. And the biggest question is, how different will it be? Will we act different to each other from before? Will everything just be the same? There will be no doubt be many new exhilarating experiences and new emerging feelings. I'd be lying if I said I'm not nervous anticipating them, but at times like this you have to let things flow and try to not take control. I just hope I don't screw it up and hurt Hibiki in any way. The thoughts soon turn to nothingness as I slowly lose consciousness and fall prey to sleep. This new year marks the beginning of our relationship and my new step forward in life. With this new step, I await the future with a lighter heart and outlook in life. All thanks to the day of my fateful encounter with the angel that saved me. A good 2 months have passed since that fateful day on New Year's Eve, and the weather is becoming warm. So warmer. The exam marks show that I passed it somehow, so I'm heading to a nearby college to study teaching! Definitely not something I thought I'd be doing, but it's somewhat of a step forward. Things with Hibiki have been going well too. Luckily our relationship has just been us being our usual selves, except for some trials and errors on being a couple. I still have to work on holding hands in public without having a waterfall of sweat on my palms. Oh boy. Hibiki tries convincing me by saying it's normal for friends to hold hands, which helps a bit, but it doesn't erase the fact that Hibiki is more than a friend to me now. That's right. She's the one that usually initiates all the lovey-dovey stuff, and I tend to push it away cause, God, it's freaking embarrassing. Even if I give in later on. We settled on the decision to take things slowly though, which is what I believe to be important because of our lack of experience. Other than that, it's like our friendship is enhanced and better than ever. Life feels more fleeting too because I can finally accept my true feelings. I meet Hibiki by the school entrance and we both walk to her house to hang out like usual. Except this time she requests more tutoring once again. That girl has to get herself studying and learning in check sometime. I won't be able to tutor you that often when I get into the college, you know that? You're gonna be on your own soon. Hibiki paints on a smug smile and I can feel her planning something fishy.
It's just an excuse for her to come over, that's all.
I roll my eyes at her childish game.
Then I'm leaving. Wait, I'm joking. I actually do need help on math, please. You better be for real.
We are about a couple of blocks away from her house when I remember I have something important to hand to Hibiki.
Oh, I have something I need to give you. Huh? What do you mean? What is it?
I look around and decide it's better to give it to her in private.
Oh, second thought. I'll give it to you when we reach your house.
Hibiki shoots me a skeptical look, but starts picking up her pace to get home faster. I love her impatience and catch up to her speed as well. Right after she locks the door, she darts towards the couch and pats it, urging me to sit down and reveal the gift. I comply and sit on the blank couch and pull out her long-awaited prize.
It's not a wedding ring, right? In your dreams.
I retaliate coyly. My hands now occupy a white envelope and hand it to her. She slowly accepts it with a doubtful face and fills the envelope up to try guessing what lies inside it.
What is it? Just open it.
She gives me... Ah! Fuck, I hit the desk with a nerve. Okay, but I'm good. I don't know, it's like... momentarily gone. She gives me one last dubious look before picking the envelope and pulling out the contents. Once she sees what it is, her jaw drops nearly to the floor.
Is this?
In her hands are now bills that equate to her long-owed 50,000 yen.
I said I'd give it back, didn't I? No, senpai! I can't take this! So you're willing to throw 50,000 on the floor at some strangers, but not willing to accept your own deserved 50,000. But how do you even get this money? Well, I finally got accepted for a job. It's a patissier near Y station.
But it's not like I'm making cakes or anything, I'm just a salesperson. I begged them for an advance payment, and after some convincing, I managed to get my hands on that money.
And you didn't tell me about this job!
I want to make it a surprise. At least you know now, right?
That's amazing, Senpai, I'm so proud of you!
Hibiki tosses the envelope aside and gives me a big congratulatory hug. You really like throwing money around, don't you? She releases me and hands the money back to my direction.
But I absolutely can't take this from you. This is your hard-earned money. Well, soon to be hard-earned money since it's an advance payment.
Stop it, just take it, will you? This is to repay you for helping me with that debt.
But
I pinch her cheeks to get her to shut up. No buts, it's yours.
I'll treat you something special then.
No, Hibiki, do you not know what the meaning of repayment is? You don't have to do anything extra for me. We're even now.
Okay, but I still don't need it.
Take it! Lovely relationship. I say we're even now, but I still have so many things I have to repay Hibiki for. For all those times she's been there to help me, all those times she gave me life. Without her, I would still be beaten to a pulp and still stuck in a never-ending rant. I wouldn't have had the courage and motivate to take a step forward. Hibiki might not know, but everything she has done for me is a puzzle piece to my newly given second chance. And this time, it's my turn to be there to support her and become her pillar of strength like she's mine. I might accidentally break some hastily made promises throughout our relationship, but if there is one promise that I vow to keep, it's that I promise to make her the happiest girl alive. Let's go! Thank you for playing. Click your mouse wheel to hide the dialog box. Left click again for the box to repeat and finish game. I know a different trick. Click the H button. 6 years later, bonus doodles. Unclipped her hair. Okay, nice, Hibiki. Okay, seems like Hibiki is a pervert. Making the parent. Okay, I imagine that would be quite a good thing. More like a quite entertaining thing to happen. The younger ones are more curious. How do two girls have something? Sudden growth spur. Oh, okay. Okay, I like how you pointed out what you mean exactly. She's a bigger flirt. Yeah, I could imagine that. I don't only cook, I eat out too. Nice! Nice play on words! Hibiki 22, studying culinary at some prestigious culinary school. Nice! And then we go to Kotone. The mean-looking but actually chill math teacher. Dude, I wish my teachers looked like that. Reading classes. Rain something gifted by Hibiki. Please study some more. Hair clip back during work. Nice. Had to take extra earrings off. Ooh, that's a shame. Hibiki's pencil. I've become so professional looking. I mean, to be fair, they both look more professional now. Daily recharge. Nice. Surprisingly popular. I mean, dude, if Kotone was my teacher, yes, I'd go after her. In need of some discipline on meta remarks. So silly! I need an after story. I need an after story. I would absolutely love to go into the meeting of Hibiki's father, that's for sure. That would be cool. We need after story. I love it. Oh. That's an interesting... That's an interesting way to show the CGs. The cats. Oh boy, that was so good. Team ANPIM delivers once again. Quality Yuri game. That's right. And there is still more coming. We'll play some more, of course. As per usual, for the game is linked in the description. Go get it yourself. I think it's name your own price. I actually don't remember fully if I'm correct or not, but I think it is. So go and support the lovely dev creating those Yuri games for us. Cute. Hibiki, absolutely cute. Kotone, I mean, I already said that it's my type of character, anime, manga, VNs, whatever. It's my type of character. Oh, it was so much fun. I liked it so much. It was a good story. From, you know, the depth to... From depth to love. Absolutely cool. Anywho, hope you all enjoyed as well. I have to actually cut it. And by that I need to end it because there is no more story left. So yeah, that's the reason why. But well, I'm glad the girls could find their own happiness together. Absolutely happy about that myself. They deserve that happiness. Anywho, there definitely are going to be more games from Team ANPIM. So if you want to see them here, subscribe. That of course also will help get me to that 2,500 which we are after now. Consider liking the video as always if you enjoyed it. That's also super helpful always. Do you also think that love letters are lame? You can tell me that. I think they kind of are. I think, like, if you are to confess, just step up your game and say it out loud. Not to mention love letters are kinda creepy. That's the final thoughts. Also, yeah, if you are into stuff like Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, feel free to follow me there as well. Links are in the description of the video. And now we are ending it. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Hope to see you in the next game. Which I have lined up, but I don't remember what was the title of it. Sorry about that. Still, hope you drop by. And I'll be able to see you out there. Bye-bye.